Hello, Year 5. Okay, so as I said yesterday during the live lesson, today's session is going to be just building from what we did yesterday. So you have got, okay, an image now that you have found or made yourself of your setting, okay, and you've also got some descriptions of that. Yesterday you were using some relative clauses to describe that, okay. Now today you're going to create a paragraph or a couple of paragraphs to really clearly describe your setting, and this is going to be the second part of the story that you write. Okay, so the first part of your story is going to be introducing your character. Okay, the second part is going to be introducing the main setting, the setting where in the end the viewer will be found. Okay, so you have looked at this on Wednesday, looked at developing your character, okay, and now we're looking at this section here yesterday, and today we are looking at in my story it's going to be an old antique shop. Okay, in your stories we've got a real range of things. We've got their granddad's garage, we've got a museum, we've got a secret garden, we've got a beach. Okay, so lots of different settings where the viewer is going to be found. Now in the story, we looked at this yesterday, okay, and there's a really clear description. This first paragraph here, okay, a clear description of the city dump, and that's what you're going to be creating today, your own version. And to do that, okay, we are going to be looking at expanded noun phrases. Remember, we looked at prepositional phrases last week, so you created some descriptions. You created one description of the dump, and you created one description of an antique shop. Okay, so you're going to use the skills that you developed during that to describe your own setting today. Okay, so please don't forget these things that we've learnt. Okay, prepositional phrases to say where things are, under, next to, above. Okay, and expanded noun phrases, okay, to add extra adjectives to our nouns. Okay, so rather than just saying the ship, okay, we ended up, didn't we, with an enormous menacing pirate ship on the still calm ocean. Okay, so we're adding extra information all around our nouns. So yesterday we also looked and we recapped relative clauses. Okay, so that's another way that you can add your some description, and we looked at creating these yesterday. You should have 3 of these already that you can use. You could use those 3 sentences today, okay, within your writing. Now please don't just list them today. You need to write a paragraph that fits together, that works as a piece of writing that you could use in your story. Okay, so we are not just writing sentences today, we're writing a paragraph that works together, so you're writing that part of your story. Now my character, as we know, is called Isabel, okay, and she was going to be looking in the antique shop. So I'm recreating this part here of the story, and this is my version that I've come up with to recreate that. So instead of starting with the dump stretched over, okay, and giving information about the dump, I'm starting about the antique shop. Okay, so the antique shop was a treasure trove of endless possibilities. The place may have seemed like a cluttered heap of worthless objects, but to Isabel it was heaven. Her pale blue eyes flickered between the shelves. The slightest breeze caused the metallic propellers that had swollen with years of rust to gently rotate. The result, a faint chorus of creaking sounds, music to Isabel's ears. Okay, so what I've done there is I've used lots of description, but what I've not done is just listed, okay, lots of different things off of the my image, the picture of myself. I've tried to put it into a story, so I've told it as a story. Okay, I'll then continue, okay, my writing. So if we move it up here, I might continue my next part with, okay, as she looked around her, she saw, okay, and then go into what she can see looking around that old um, that shop. So what you're going to need to do today is you need to describe your setting, but what I don't want is just a list of there is a, then there is a, I can see a. I want you to put it together as if it could fit straight into the story, okay? So you're going to have to build it up a little bit. Use the example from the book, use my example, okay? So it's important, isn't it, that we're saying some people might find it boring, useless, rubbish, okay? But to our character, it's heaven, okay? And then we're going on to describing exactly what we can see, okay, what we might be able to hear, what we might be able to smell in our setting. Okay, so I look forward to seeing these. The images that you sent through yesterday and the labelled images, the sentences were fantastic, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you work that into your story. Okay, so I look forward to seeing your work through Class Dojo, and I will see you on the live Zoom for maths a little bit later.